Simulan po natin kay Sheikh Aligado ng Business World.
Good morning po. Ang first question ko po kay Director Kakdak. I would just like to ask for updates on the case against the 2000 case on the 2000 ghost pensioners. May timeline na po ba tayo on the probe and investigation? As you've mentioned, Mr. Bartolome wanted that all cases be hastened.
Charges were filed against certain suspects, but the inventory is ongoing to check if there are other fake pensioners. And would like to assure everybody that we will take appropriate action as soon as we arrive at the data. We get the data.
Sir, follow up lang. How many individuals were charged or were tagged in the case?
I don't have the exact figure at this very moment, but I'm willing to provide you the data as soon as I check with the appropriate office that is handling the investigation.
Tawagan naman natin ngayon si Marisol Abdurrahman ng GMA7.
Good morning, sir. So I'd like to ask the PNP po at saka from MMDA yung pong ating ng preparations for UNDAS.
The Directorate for Operation of the Philippine National Police has already prepared a letter of instruction so that this will serve as the guide for all our line units in preparing the security operation. So, aside from this LOI, we are in the process of conducting dry run on our dragnet operation in view of recent incidents involving motorcycle riding in tandem. So, yun pong ating pagdiriwang na mangyayari, baka po mag-take advantage po yung mga masasamang loob habang tayo po ay nag-aasikaso ng ating mga mahal sa buhay na pumanaw. So, hindi lang po ito ron sa kailangan din po mag-intensify tayo dun sa mga ports and airports because we know that there will be a lot of people who will be traveling to the provinces. So we need to secure these areas also. Considered as these areas are actually considered as soft targets, but because of this special day, we will deploy more people in these areas.
So when are you going to raise your alert status po, sir?
Actually, the Chief PNP can raise the alert status anytime, depending on the situation. But what we're doing is trying to fix all our security measures, ensure that everything is in place. In fact, na-testing ito kahapon when there was an incident in Cavite. We had a bank robbery in that place, and we resolved it in less than 6 hours. And there was also, I think, a hijacking incident also in Cavite.
Yes,
we resolved that incident in less than 12 hours. Upon the report, the elements of Cavite Provincial Police Office immediately responded and neutralized the 3 suspects. Doon po sa bank robbery po, wala pong nasaktan. Na-resolve po ng Crisis Management Committee and our ground commander, si Senior Superintendent Pulalakaw. Nag-surrender po yung 4, nakakuha po tayo ng 2 baril. So, ongoing po yung dry run namin sa dragnet operations dito sa NCR. We'll continue to do this until December.
Okay.
Preparation na rin po ito kasi sa Pasko.
Okay. Sir, may we know, sir, more or less ilang police po, lalo po sa Metro Manila, sir, dito ho ang malalaking mga sementeryo. Sir, mga ilan po i-deploy natin dito, sir?
We will deploy all available resources. In fact, pati po yung si Chief PNP po ay pinag-utos na rin sa akin at sa Directorate for Operation at saka ibang staff na pag-aralan kung ilan sa amin sa krami ang pwedeng i-augment sa sa National Capital Region. Hindi lang itong parating na holiday, kundi pati hanggang sa Pasko na. Kung meron kaming mga sobrang may mga personnel kami na involved sa administrative duties but can be dispensed with para po madagdagan yung police presence namin sa National Capital Region.
Alright, thank you po, sir. Sir, from MMDA, do we already have as early as this time? Kasi we understand there's going to be major rerouting again, especially po dito sa NCR.
Opo, with regards to the MMDA, nag-handa na rin po tayo sa ating upcoming holidays. Considering na it would be a long weekend, sisecure na po natin itong mga terminals natin dahil pupunta po dito ang ating mga pasaherong papuntang probinsya. Likewise po yung mga egress and exit points ng Metro Manila, dun po tayo magde-deploy ng mga tao. On October 30, maglalagay na po tayo ng mga public assistance booths sa ating mga major cemeteries. Sumulat na po tayo sa ating mga major cemeteries para i-allow po tayo maglagay ng public assistance booth. Kasama na po dito yung mga ambulansya na baka kailanganin ng ating mga pupunta sa mga kanilang mga namatay. Ito po ay alinsunod na rin po sa ating mandate ng public safety. And pagbalik po ng mga lumabas ng Metro Manila sa November 1 and 2, deployed na naman po ang ating mga tao dito sa mga major routes ng Metro Manila. Tungkol po sa mga rerouting schemes na maaaring mangyari, ito po ay mangyayari lang po sa mga sementeryo na magsasara po. Hindi po, alam naman po natin, generally ang Metro Manila ay hindi matraffic pag mga ganitong pagkakataon. Yung nga lamang po, yung sa mga may sementeryo, doon lang po nagkakaroon ng congestion ng traffic. So dito lang po yung magkakaroon tayo ng mga alternate routes.
Sir, kasi this is going to be a peak time na sabi nga ng mga travelers. Are we implementing again this time yung mga pulis po na sasakay mismo sa biyahe, sa mga bus?
The initial report that I saw was that more on specific areas. But because meron din pong mga lugar na may tao kaming nakadeploy, hindi namin pwedeng galawin. So, i-concentrate lang po namin dun sa mga lugar kung saan inaasahan namin maraming taong pupunta.
Wala yung sasama mismo or sasakay sa biyahe, sir?
Meron pong existing program, hindi po namin hihinto yun.